Yes. Now you see problem number 11. Till now we have discussed 10 problems on valuation of goodwill. So let us see the problem number 11. Yes. The net profit of Ambuja Limited after providing for taxation for the past 5 years are 78,000, 82,000, 88,000, 93,000, 99,000, respectively. So last 5 year profit is given. The capital employed in the business is 8 lakh, on which a reasonable return of 10% is expected. So capital employed is directly given in the problem. No need to calculate a net asset method. Then reasonable rate of return is nothing but expected rate of return or normal rate of return, that is also given. Compute the value of goodwill as per capitalization of average profit method. So this is the third type. If you see valuation of goodwill problem, there are basically three methods. Three methods, that is, first is average profit method, second one super profit method, third one is capitalization method. So now what is the formula for capitalization method, that we need to remember. And under capitalization method there are again two types. One is capitalization of average profit and one more is capitalization of super profit. Yes, now in this question they have asked capitalization of average profit. So let us see in the books of Ambuja Limited statement showing the value of goodwill under capitalization of average profit method. Very important, this formula, goodwill is equal to capitalized profit minus net capital employed. So net capital employed is given in the problem. We have to find out capitalized profit. So for capitalized profit there is one more formula that is mentioned, that is average profit divided by normal rate of return into 100. So if capitalized profit with the help of super profit method, then formula changes to super profit divided by normal rate of return into 100. But in this question they have asked about average profit. That is why in the numerator average profit, in the denominator there is a common thing, that is normal rate of return into 100. So now we have to remember these two formula. Goodwill calculation formula under capitalization of average profit, then capitalized profit. Now under capitalized profit there is one more concept of average profit. So average profit, you know, total profit divided by number of year. So total 5 year profit is given, you have to add all those 5 years profit. That is 78,000 plus 82,000 plus 88,000 plus 93,000 plus 99,000. You will get 5 years profit as 4,40,000. 4,40,000 divided by number of years. Number of year is 5. 5 year profit is given. Divided by 5, you will get average profit. That is 88,000. This is our average profit. Yes. So now we got average profit. Now we have to substitute in the formula of capitalized profit. Now capitalized profit is equal to average profit 88,000 divided by normal rate of return. This normal rate of return given in the question as a reasonable rate of return. So that you have to write it in the denominator 10%. See this where it is given. See this reasonable rate of return 10%. So denominator 10 into 100. So capitalized profit answer is 8,80,000. So now it is very simple. After knowing capitalized profit, it is very simple. Why? Because goodwill is equal to capitalized profit minus net capital employed. So goodwill is equal to 8,80,000 minus 8 lakh is given in the question. So answer, final answer is 80,000. This is our goodwill answer. So this type of question comes for 6 marks. If you see the past question paper, past year, previous year question papers, you will come to know very frequently they ask this type of question, capitalization method. Any doubt regarding this one? You can again clarify your doubts now. Yes. Any doubt regarding this? Very simple problem, this one. Any doubt under capitalization method? Rajat is saying no. Yes. What about others? Ashish is saying no doubt. Yes. Fine. I hope this one is very clear. So now let us see next one, next problem. Problem number 12. Problem number 12. See this. The net profit of Dish India Limited for the past 5 years are 84,000, 94,000, 86,000, 82,000, 94,000. Okay. So the capital employed in the business is 8 lakh, on which reasonable return is 10% is expected. Compute the value of goodwill as per capitalization of super profit. If you see this problem and the previous problem, only difference is calculation. That is, in the previous problem, they were asked average profit method, capitalization of average profit method. In this problem, we have to do capitalization of super profit method. Yes. So now let us see. First, we need to find out super profit. Very clear. Yes. So in the books of Dish India Limited, statement showing the value of goodwill under capitalization of super profit method, goodwill is equal to super profit divided by normal rate of return into 100. If you see the previous question, goodwill is equal to capitalized profit minus net capital employed, and capitalized profit is equal to average profit divided by normal rate. Yes. So in super profit method, it changes goodwill formula. See this. Goodwill is equal to super profit divided by normal rate of return into 100. So now super profit, we know that is actual profit minus expected profit. So it is very clear. So actual profit is nothing but it is average profit. Average profit, how to calculate? Total profit divided by number of years. Total profit given in the question, all 5 year profit, just you have to add. Add all 5 year profit, you will get the answer. 4,40,000. 4,40,000 divided by 5, if you do, you will get 88,000. This is our actual profit. Yes. After this, we have to find expected profit. Expected profit, once again, let us see the question. Reasonable return 10%. So 10% on capital employed. So capital employed is directly given in the problem as 8 lakh. On 8 lakh, you take 10%. You will get 80,000 as capital employed. Now it is very simple. After knowing the expected profit, super profit is equal to actual minus expected profit. So 88,000 is actual profit, 80,000 is expected profit, difference is super profit. 8,000 is super profit answer. Now what is goodwill? Goodwill you have to substitute in this formula. So super profit, you know, 8,000. NRR, normal rate of return or reasonable rate of return, is given in the question as 10 into 100. 8,000 divided by 10 into 100, this is 8,000. Final answer, goodwill. Yes, very simple problem. Just you have to substitute in the formula. Yes, any doubt regarding this one? Again, one more 6-mark problem. Problem number 12. Capitalization of super profit method. Yes. Any doubt in this? Rajat is saying no. See, all 6-mark problem is very simple. No need to worry at all for 6-mark problem. Very fast calculation we can do. So you don't have to take much time at all. Within 5 minutes you have to solve 6-mark problems. One problem, 5 minutes. That's it. Because why? If you see the pattern of the question paper, you want more time for 24 marks question. 24 marks question, you need more time. And again, 12 mark question also, again, sometimes you need more time. That's why. Yes. So I hope no doubt regarding this. So now we have discussed 11 and 12 problem. Last problem of this chapter now we are going to discuss, that is problem number 13. So let us see the problem number 13. Yes, the following information is available. Following information is available from the books of Narmada Limited. Okay. First one, capital employed is given 1,50,000. Normal rate of return is given 10%. Present value of annuity Present value of annuity of rupee 1 for 5 years at 10% is 3.78. Okay, so for 1 rupee 3.78 is to be kept aside. For what amount you have to calculate? That cross multiplication we know how we used to calculate while solving redemption of debenture, isn't it? So now in this problem, if you know annuity method, we can calculate with the help of super profit method. Annuity method we can calculate with the help of super profit method. So annuity method formula becomes super profit into annuity table value. Super profit into annuity table value. So again here we need to calculate super profit. Very clear. This is our fourth method. Basically there are three methods. We know average profit, super profit, then capitalization, then sometimes comes annuity method. So last one problem is, so now net profit for the 5 years. So 5-year profit is given for 2011, that is 14,400, 2012 15,400, 2013 16,900, 2014 17,400, 2015 17,900. Okay, so now there is one adjustment. The profit included non-recurring profit. So this non-recurring profit we have discussed this in the previous problem. One problem there was non-recurring profit. So what is the adjustment for non-recurring profit? Can you tell me now? So what treatment shall be given for non-recurring profit? Yes. Whether it is to be added or it is to be deducted from the profit. Can you tell me non-recurring? First of all, can you tell me what do you mean by non-recurring? Yes, Rajat is saying deducted. Correct answer. Non-recurring profit means profit which occurs very rarely. Recurring profit means in that every year that profit occurs. Every year you are going to get certain amount of profit. Let us say 5,000 every year you are getting 5,000. 2011 you got 5,000, 2012, 2013, 2014, 2015. For every year it is fixed in nature. Your profit that is recurring. Non-recurring profit means some unexpected profit. Unexpected profit that you will get in one lump sum. Yes. So in that case, that profit may belong to more than one accounting period. Accounting period means one financial year. That is why we have to deduct non-recurring profit. So now let us see this adjustment once again. The profit included non-recurring profit on the average basis of 100. See, one more word they have said, average basis. Average basis means from every year profit you have to deduct this amount. From every year, that is from 2011, 12, 13, 14, 15. From every year you have to deduct this one. Yes. So now after this you see continue, out of which it was deemed that even the non-recurring profit had a tendency of appearing at the rate of 600 per annum. That means what? Can you tell me the meaning of this one? Yes. Can you tell the meaning? Out of 1,000, see this, 1,000 is our non-recurring profit. Out of this 1,000, 6,000 is our recurring profit they are saying. This is the meaning of this sentence. See this. Out of 1,000, 600 is a recurring profit. So what is a non-recurring profit? Very simple. 1,000 minus 600. 1,000 minus 600, 400 is our non-recurring profit. So from every year we have to deduct 400. Now it is very clear. Yes, you are required to calculate goodwill, but there are three calculations. First is annuity method. Second one is as per 5 years purchase of super profit method. Third one is as per capitalization of super profit method. By seeing these all three question, what is common? Can you tell me now? Annuity, 5 years of purchase, capitalization method. What is common in this? Can you tell me? Very simple. By seeing this, you can tell. What is common in this? We have discussed this one. Yes. Can you tell me what is common in this? All three questions. See, if we want to get the answer of all three questions, we want super profit. Very clear. Why? Because all the three question involves super profit as one of its part. So first one we have to calculate super profit before calculating all the three methods. So now let us see. Solution part. Answer in the books of Narmada Limited. Statement showing the value of goodwill. Super profit, you know, that is actual profit minus expected profit. So this is a formula for super profit. So now goodwill is equal to capitalized profit minus net capital employed. Okay, this one we'll see first. First we have to calculate actual profit. See, first we need to calculate super profit. That is why under super profit, first part is actual profit. Actual profit is equal to nothing but it is average profit. So 2011. Let us see 2011 profit. What is the profit for 2011? 14,400. 14,400 minus 400 non-recurring. 1,000 minus 600. 1,000 minus 600, 400 non-recurring. So 14,000 is a profit for 2011. 2012 profit is given as 15,400. Again you have to deduct 400. 15,000 profit for 2012. 2013 16,900. Again you have to deduct 400. Profit for 2013 is 16,500. 2014, once again you can see the question. See this. 2014 17,400. 17,400 minus non-recurring. Every year you have to deduct non-recurring. 400. So answer for 2014 17,000. Again now 2015 17,900. Non-recurring profit, that is common for all the year. 400. Why? Because non-recurring profit they have said on the average basis. Average basis. That is why it is common for all. So now 2015 profit is 17,500. Now we want total profit. Total profit you have to add all these things. 14,000 plus 15,000 plus 16,500 plus 17,000 plus 17,500. You will get 80,000. 80,000 divided by number of years, that is 5. You will get actual profit. Actual profit is nothing but average profit. Now we have to calculate expected profit. Expected profit, for that we want capital employed. Let us see in the question whether capital employed is given. Yes, it is given. That is 1,50,000. Normal rate of return is also given. So it is very clear. So 1,50,000 into 10%. 1,50,000 into 10%, you will get expected profit. So expected profit, if you see for the previous questions and all, we have calculated on the basis of average capital employed, ACE. So expected profit formula for all the previous questions is ACE into NRR or ERR. That is expected rate of return or normal rate of return. But why for these two problems, the previous problem also, this problem also, we are taking directly capital employed and not average capital employed? Can you tell me why? Because in these two questions, capital employed is directly given. Capital employed is directly given. So we are not following net asset method here. So basically capital employed is equal to net asset method, that we know. And net asset is equal to agreed value of asset minus agreed value of liability, that also we know. So as per the format of net asset method, if you see the previous problem, once we got capital at the end of the year, we used to deduct half of current year's profit. Half of current year's profit in order to get ACE, average capital employed. But in this problem directly given, so we have to do it directly. No need of calculating average capital employed. That is why we are capital employed into expected rate of return. Expected profit is 15,000. Super profit is equal to actual profit minus expected profit. Actual profit answer is 16. Expected profit answer is 15. So difference is 1,000. Super profit is 1,000. So now once we know the super profit answer, now we can calculate very easily. Very easily we can calculate. See this as per annuity method. Annuity method, this is the first question. So what is the formula under annuity method? Goodwill is equal to super profit into annuity table value. Super profit we know 1,000. 1,000 into annuity table value. Once again we will see the question. Annuity table value, point number 3. Present value of annuity of ₹1 for 5 years at 10% is 3.78. So we have to take this 3.78. 1,000 into 3.78 if we do, we will get annuity, this goodwill answer as per annuity method, that is 3,780. 3,780. Yes. After this, After this, now second one let us see. D, that is as per 5 years of purchase of super profit method. That is nothing but super profit 80 years of purchase. The 5 years of purchase given in the question, super profit we know. So goodwill is equal to super profit into 5. So 1000 into 5, answer is 5000. So now we have finished the answer of second one also. So very simple, small calculation. Once we know the super profit, calculations are simple. Yes. So now we got the answer for first two method. Now last one, that is as per capitalization of super profit. So whenever there is a capitalization of super profit, we know in the previous problem also we applied this formula. Goodwill is equal to super profit divided by normal rate of return into 100. So super profit here is 1000. Normal rate is given in the question, that is 10 into 100. 1000 divided by 10 into 100. Answer. Goodwill answer is 10,000. So under all three methods, we have got different answers for goodwill. So this is how we are going to calculate this problem. So any doubt regarding this?